Welcome to another edition of Dividends, the program for and about Mississippi State's College of Business. I'm Jeffrey Rupp, and today you'll be meeting two members of the College of Business team with very different but very important missions. We begin with Meagan Shurden, the Assistant Director of Recruiting and Events. Her job, showing potential students all the College of Business has to offer. Meagan, thanks for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
It's a pretty big job.
It is. It's a pretty big job. It's an exciting job. It's a very competitive job as well, but it's definitely worth it when you help a student find out what their mission is going to be in life, what major they're going to choose, and ultimately what university they're going to go to.
So how does the process work? Do you find them or do they find you?
It's a little bit of both. So, I have the opportunity to travel mainly in the state of Mississippi and also all over the southeastern region like Texas and Georgia and Memphis and places like that. And I will meet students at places like college fairs and student visits at schools. And then also we have, hundreds of students visiting us at the College of Business. So I get the opportunity to give them a tour of McCool Hall and show them our beautiful building, and then also sit down and talk to them and their families about our different majors and the different programs that we have and all the opportunities that we have at the College of Business for them.
Has what they're looking for changed over the years?
Yes, a lot. I would say that the game has changed as far as how students view looking at schools that they're going to attend for college. Back in the day, you pretty much kind of knew where you were going, or maybe you were looking at two schools and you picked a major and you went. And now it's more of a shopping opportunity where students are checking out dozens of schools and then narrowing it down and really looking at who has the best to offer them. So for someone in my position, it's become increasingly more difficult to be competitive because you've got a lot of competitors and you're just trying to show the best of what you've got. But fortunately, Mississippi State, we're a very genuine university, and I think that when students come and they see what we're about and what we're about in the business school, there's no selling that you have to do because we just naturally promote ourselves.
Well, what are the top 2 or 3 things you think the students find attractive about Mississippi State's College of Business?
I think for the College of Business, McCool Hall in itself is a resource to the students. The building, again, is beautiful. The architecture is amazing, but we have state-of-the-art facilities like the Strategic Finance Laboratory, the Entrepreneurship Center that's coming up, and Taylor Auditorium and different things like that. I think that's one of the most promising aspects coming in is just the resources that you get. And then also our faculty is very involved, from Dr. Oswald, the dean, and Sharon. She and Kevin Rogers have a kind of an open door policy where they're there to meet with the students and help them do the things that they need. And I know that our faculty has that service component where they're there to teach and they're there to do the research, but they also take a lot of pride in helping students succeed in whatever they endeavor to do, which I think is good. And then we just have some really unique programs that are unique specifically to the College of Business at Mississippi State, and I think that sets us apart, in comparison to other universities, which is really good.
Those programs are?
Entrepreneurship,
obviously.
Entrepreneurship, also international business. The international business program that we offer has a very special curriculum that requires 2 full degrees, 1 degree in business and also in foreign language. So these students are coming in and they're getting a business degree, they're getting a specific major like marketing or finance, and then they're also getting a specialization in international business. And then you also have the foreign language side that you're becoming fluent in a foreign language. So these students are kind of the elite business students that are going out at a global level. That's a unique program. The entrepreneurship focus that we have, our College of Business has really taken the lead in the state of Mississippi on entrepreneurship, promoting startup companies for these students and offering these amazing resources. Another example would be our supply chain management concentration that we have. There's a high demand for that talent, especially in our area with Memphis and places like International Paper and FedEx and UPS. So we're the only university in the state that offers that concentration and program at a bachelor's level, which is really nice. So those are some examples of some unique things that we're doing at the business school.
And you're not just selling the students, but quite often the parents are with them,
Yes.
and you need to sell them as well.
That's right. Parents are a very critical component to this whole aspect of talking to students and showing them the opportunities at Mississippi State and the College of Business. And you have a mix. You have some parents that are very involved and encouraging on certain things like majors and where they should go to school, especially Mississippi State alum. They want their children to go there as well. But a lot of times, which is really great, is what you'll find the parents that are there to ask the parent types questions, and they'll let their children be in the spotlight. And that works for me because I can have one-on-one with the student, and I can really ask them questions about their interests and their goals and what they're enjoying in high school, and try to help them find maybe a business major that would be suitable for them. And then you have the parents that ask the tough questions about statistics and job opportunities and things like that. But it actually works out really well. I am very fortunate that I get to meet a lot of different and great group of people doing this, so I'm very lucky.
Also, it takes a good bit of training on your part, and you recently received a certification that puts you in the top of your field.
Yeah, so something that took a while to complete, so I'm glad it's over, but it was worth the time. It took me about a year to complete. It's called your APR. So I became accredited in public relations. There's about 5,000 people worldwide that have this accreditation. So I'm amongst those people now. It just sets you apart from others that are in the public relations field, puts you more at a strategic level, which is great for this position because recruiting is more than just a smiling face at a college fair that's someone that's warm and friendly. There's a strategic part of it as well with communication and making sure that you're getting the right message to these students and that type of thing. So yes.
Well, thank you for doing what you do, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, you'll meet one of our award-winning professors whose job it is to teach and inspire hundreds of students at the same time in a setting that's more like a concert hall than a classroom. Stay tuned.
The Entrepreneurship Center exists to give innovators here at Mississippi State an edge. Our goal is to provide startups with the resources and support they need to reach the marketplace and ultimately achieve success.
Success for us was growing our company from 2 founders to 8 employees.
Success for me was turning my personal lifestyle into a corporate partnership.
Success for us is turning academic research into applied engineering solutions.
Success for me was turning my passion into a profitable opportunity.
The success of our entrepreneurs is a team effort. It takes a strong support infrastructure of people to encourage innovation and explore new ventures. We need business leaders to mentor and guide these visionaries through the practical challenges and do everything we can to give them a shot at real success.
Our next guest is one of the reasons our faculty has earned a reputation for having some of the best teachers in the business. Dr. Melissa Moore is a professor of marketing and a student favorite in the College of Business. Dr. Moore, I have watched you in the classroom, and I am amazed at how you can hold a room. You think a traditional classroom, folks at home, 25, 30 students max. You're talking 10 times that. I mean, you have several hundred students at one time. So how did you learn that skill, and what's it like to teach like that?
Well, I've got to be completely honest. I'm very, very fortunate here at Mississippi State University that we have got a university and an alumni base that wants to put forward resources to have state-of-the-art facilities. So when you're looking at a room like Taylor Auditorium, it has 300 seats. It's got stadium-style seating. It's got a screen, which is the same size screen that you would see if you were going to your local cinema. And it's got state-of-the-art audio equipment. Quite frankly, it makes my job very, very easy. Given all that, though, there are challenges when you have between 250 and 300 students. And I like to toss aside the myth that a large classroom needs to be one where students are anonymous. That's ridiculous. You can make that same setting just as interactive and as involving as that small classroom setting.
Well, you do. If you see the video, you're going up and you're going up the steps. You're preaching and teaching at the same time. I mean, you're calling out students by name, and you're challenging them and engaging them and getting out from behind the podium. And you can see the enthusiasm that you bring to it. And the students respond to that.
Well, and you find you need to do that. If you are not passionate about what it is that you're doing, I think regardless of what field it is, how can you expect these students to have any passion? I believe my job is so much about helping them find what it is that they do and that they don't want to do. And so if they are leaving my class inspired to become the next marketer, or if they're leaving my class saying, that was interesting but not something for me, that is just as important, and that is my goal each and every day.
Well, the students, you're one of the more popular faculty members we have, I'd say not just in the College of Business, but on campus. And you've been recognized by your peers as well. Tell us about some of the
I have been
honors.
very, very fortunate to have been recognized here at the university with our probably most prestigious teaching award, and that is the Grisham Master Teaching Award. And given the very generous donation of John Grisham, who graduated from our accountancy program and is a world-renowned author, he believes passionately about undergraduate education. And it's a very competitive process. I actually now sit on the committee that makes decisions about future recipients of this award. Only one faculty member per year receives this. And I've got to give kudos to the College of Business because we've done quite well in that particular category of providing that top-notch education and receiving those awards.
If you look at the Mississippi State Seal, it has research, learning, and service.
Correct.
And the research that you do actually makes its way into those other areas.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, I think any quality faculty member, which is all that we have here at Mississippi State, and in particular in the College of Business, figures out how to each and every day integrate what they're doing from a research standpoint into the classroom. And by doing that, by bringing in the different topics, one of the topics we're working on right now is called creepy marketing. When you get a little bit uncomfortable, when maybe you go to a website and how do they know all that about us, bringing that into the classroom, all of a sudden you see students lighting up. I've had more students ask me this semester, can I get a copy of that conference paper? Because one of the missions here at the university is to get not just our graduates, but our undergraduate students involved in research.
All right, so how does it feel when an undergraduate student asks for a copy of a professional paper?
I will tell you what happens. You actually then ask them if they want to be a co-author. And we've just had a student that co-authored a paper with us that was presented at a conference. She is now pursuing her doctoral degree.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's exciting. It's exciting to know you have that impact.
Well, and it's also a great compliment.
Oh, without a doubt, but I give all the credit to the students.
Now, briefly, tell us about your involvement with the E-Center. And this is our entrepreneurship center where students can come in and launch their business and get some real-world feedback on how to do a business plan and, of course, the marketing component.
You know, education occurs in the classroom, but so much of it, as we all know, occurs outside of the classroom. And the Entrepreneurship Center is an opportunity for students to take what they're learning in the classroom and then apply it in a business setting with resources that they may have not gotten somewhere else. Resources to faculty, resources in terms of financials. I've been involved with the Entrepreneurship Center since it started I want to say, I think it's been about 5 years or 6 years ago. And we have such huge success with students starting their own companies, one in town called Socially In, Juva Juice, which now has over 5 establishments here in the Golden Triangle region. And when you see, again, that passion of a student, stuff that they've learned in the classroom and can take it out into the community, and then you know you made a difference.
Well, you have made a difference, and actually you made a difference just by coming by today, so thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this edition of Dividends. I'd like to thank our guests, Dr. Melissa Moore and Meagan Shurden, for joining us, and I'd like to thank you for being with us as well. If you have any questions or comments about today's program, please drop me a line at jeffrey.rupp@msstate.edu. We look forward to hearing from you and look forward to seeing you next time.